Yeah, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's my toothbrush. That's my keys. That's my drink. There's nothing in my drink. Why is there nothing in my drink? God damn it. What I was gonna say was the reason why I was cursing and swearing, or maybe I wasn't, but the reason why I was kind of angry and fed up was because the camera wouldn't tilt. There's something about YouTube where it won't tilt, but now I managed to tilt it. So yeah. Oi, David, what's up, man? You good? It's Venit. What's up, man? Hey. Love your videos. I don't know. Yeah, thanks. Thank you for watching. Hey, Eugene is here as well. That's cool. Everyone is here. The entire familia. That's great. Gaio asks, how are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing good. Just thought I'd play some guitar, really, and that's about it. No, nothing more. I've just been doing some planning for the channel and for some other things today. So I've been writing quite a bit in my notebooks, and yeah. Other than that, it's just been a chill day, honestly, of with working from home. And yesterday I tried to learn a little bit more of Jimi Hendrix, the song Voodoo Child. So I thought I would play that for a bit. My cat is very interested in your streams. What's the name of your cat? Can you play Interstate Love Song? I've been obsessed with STP these days. Interstate Love Song. Who is that by? Who is STP? Alice. Thank you for watching, Alice. Oh, Stone Temple Pilots. I'm not a big fan of Stone Temple Pilots, honestly. So. I'm still learning that song. There's this one really... There's a very fast and intricate solo that Hendrix is doing. He's pulling off very early in the song, actually. And I've been trying to learn that, and that's kind of where I'm at. It goes something like this. So it's very pentatonic-y, very bluesy. And since it's Jimi Hendrix, we've got to add some distortion to it as well, I think. Goes something like that. I gotta do a little drill later today and try to get through it. Probably would need a wah pedal, you mean? Yeah, for sure. I don't have it, but I've been thinking of borrowing one from a friend. I'm thinking, because I really want to create that you know, that wah wah sound. Fun fact, the wah pedal was actually invented back in like the 50s, and there were some bands that used it back in the 50s, like way before Jimi Hendrix did. I did some research earlier on, like yesterday or the day before, and I figured out that there's actually a pedal that was used by someone in 1955. It was used on a song, and it's used almost in the exact same way as Jimi Hendrix is using it um, in this song, you know, Voodoo Child. How long have you been playing? I guess this I get this question every time I'm streaming. I've been playing for 8 years, around 8 years now. Na, na, na. Do you know better living through chemistry? Um, no, I I'm trying to figure out now. Damn, that was kind of difficult to play. There's probably an easier way of playing it, right? I'm trying to play, yeah, that chemistry song, Better Living Through Chemistry, but it's a difficult one. Something by Muse, yeah, maybe later. Favorite Mars Volta track? That's a tough one. It either has to be one from. I love all their albums, so I can't really pick one, if you know what I mean. It's very hard. D-Loused is great. Francis the Mute is great. Bedlam and Goliath is amazing. You know, I would probably pick something from Bedlam and Goliath. Do you feel insecure about your guitar skills sometimes? Oh yeah, for sure. I don't feel insecure now that I'm playing in front of the camera because I've spent so many years in front of the camera, so I can fail miserably, like I almost did with Living Through Chemistry that I tried to play here. But I don't care really about it because it's all a learning process, right? But I do admit that if I'm playing with other people that are way better than me, which I've done not a lot, but I've done it a few times during this past year. Uh, you do get self-conscious, you know, because you feel like, ah, shit, I'm not picking up on things as quickly as other people, and there's chords and that I don't know how to play, blah blah blah. And but again, the more you hang out with these people, the better you get because that kind of transcends or it you know, the more you hang with these people, the more you hear the vocabulary they're using, the more questions you ask these people, the better you get. So I think you should just, you know, during those times when you feel like you're just not as good as other people, you should just tell yourself like that this is a learning experience, and the more you embrace that, and the more you just soak it up, the better, you know. Um, any Muse song? All right. Huh. Something like that, right? I actually performed this song. That's "Plug-in Baby" by Muse, and I actually, when I was in 10th grade, I was in a band, and we performed like 2 or 3 songs during the end of our semester, and that was one of the songs that we performed. So that melody right there of "Plug-in Baby" is just cemented in my mind. Goes on like that, and then there's some chords. Da da da. Da da da. Na da da. And then it goes back to. And then da 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 da, and the chorus, obviously, for those of you who knows that one. Doom metal riffs, I'm not big into doom metal, honestly. Or I do actually. I dig. They're more of a drone metal band, I guess. Sleep. Sleep is a really good band, I think. And I learned Dope Smoker, or the Jerusalem song or album or whatever you want to call it. The song that's like 1 entire hour and 5 minutes long. I tried to learn that, uh, because it is hard, but at the same time it's not hard. It's complicated while at the same time it's easy. It seems like, if you know what I mean. If you've heard that, are you a fan of Black Midi? They're all right. Seems like everyone loves them these days. I never really got into them deeply, but one band that I have gotten into is Slint, and they're just amazing. Like Spiderland is, I don't know why I've been sleeping on that album. There's just so many people that have been like, yeah, you should make a video on Slint. You should do this and that. You should listen to them, and I've always kind of put it off. But now, like 2 or 3 months ago, I decided to check them out, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good, and so authentic in a way. It's so different from a lot of other things I've heard, and similar to some things as well. And talking about Black Midi and Black Country New Road, these bands that come out of Britain and the UK, they're very inspired by Slint, apparently, from what I've read. Sleep is more stoner metal. Yeah, I guess. But they're a little bit drony as well. They're definitely drony. At least one of their albums, like Jerusalem, is. What guitars do you think made Fender popular? Fender? Well, isn't that Hendrix though? I know Frusciante probably. John Mayer. I'm not sure. I'm not good with like guitar brands and stuff. I'm not 100% there yet. Have you listened to Sleep's new record? No, I haven't. But I was recommended yesterday actually by a friend of mine. Hey, you should check out this album. So yeah. we have it. A little jam for you. Hope you loved that. I hope you liked it. You like Marty Friedman? Marty Friedman, who's that? I feel so dumb when I say that. Favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers album? Either Sugar Sex Magic or Californication. One of those. I think Sugar Sex Magic. Which are your favorite Omar Rodriguez Lopez solo albums? The one that he did with there's this Mutantes. I think it's called Mutantes or something like that. It's so weird of me that I don't know the actual name of the album that I like the most, but there's this one album that I checked out a couple of years ago, which I was super surprised by. He's created a ton of music. He's like Frank Zappa, you know, he has like 50, 60 albums or something like that under his belt collectively with like Antimask and the Mars Volta and what's the name? Rainbow something, that other band, and his collaborations with John Frusciante and, you know, Omar Rodriguez Quartet. It just goes on and on. But there's this one album, I can't recall the name of it, honestly, but there's like there's I think his girlfriend is singing on almost all of the songs on the album, and it's just amazing. It's fantastic. Wish I knew the name. I guess I should check out Slint now. Which album of theirs would you recommend? Check out the second one, Spiderland. That's the one that everyone is talking about. Megadeth guitarist. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Megadeth. I love some of their music, but I don't know a lot about their history and their members and so on. I heard this guy said Metallica is underrated. Yeah, I don't doubt that. There's probably a lot of competition between those metal bands, you know, the big four or whatever, like Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, and Anthrax, right? Yeah, I think so. What are your thoughts on Aphex Twin? I haven't really listened that much to his music. I've listened through one of his more famous albums some time ago, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan. It's not my type of music, honestly. I know that he's inspired so many of my favorite artists, like Kanye West, for example, and probably people like John Frusciante as well, as listened to a fair bit of at Aphex Twin. I wish I could play some Elliott Smith. I haven't learned any of his songs, honestly. So, by the way, if you are a guitarist and you're sick and tired of playing alone and having boring practice sessions, then I would love to invite you to my 14-day guitar challenge. The next challenge starts on August 30th, and it's basically a secret Discord server for people who just want to play guitar together, get better at playing the guitar. And what we also do each month during the start of the challenge, the start of the 14-day challenge, is we basically decide to play one specific song. And so it's just an amazing way of just making your practice way more exciting. So I'm going to share the link to that in the chat, as I usually do. So if you want to join that, feel free to click the link and sign up. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. Hey, Jackie, what's up? Nice to see you. Hi, music lovers. Greets from the Netherlands. Omar played with Bosnian Ramos. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know your facts about Omar. I know that for sure, Jackie. That's awesome. Hmm. Oh man, I need to practice more. For show. Can you play Among Us theme? No, I'm not. I haven't played that game at all, to be honest. So I'm outside of that culture. I like Billy Corgan's playing style, but his voice throws me off. I haven't listened to Sonic Youth much though. Um, I'm not a big Sonic Youth fan or um, fan of Billy Corgan, to be honest, or Smashing Pumpkins, I should say. Um, but they do have some great songs though. Do you plan on forming a band anytime soon? I have been thinking about it. There's a friend of mine who is kind of put out the idea recently about maybe doing a jam together, um, or not a jam, him and me, but we were thinking of doing a jam in like a local bar or a club and play guitar there. Where in a lot of different bands around, you can find these jams where you can just go on stage and you can play something. But usually the bar is kind of high. If you want to go on stage, you have to know your shit, and and I'm getting there. I don't know my shit yet, but I can definitely play some songs that are quite popular. Like on a good day, I can play quite a few songs of Jimi Hendrix and Cream and AC/DC, or these typical songs that you would find playing in a club, like football club or whatever, right? So we were thinking about doing that, and I'm really excited because there's one place that don't have that high of a stake, so to speak, or quality when it comes to how good you have to be. So we were thinking of doing that for sure. I think you know your shit. Yeah, I probably do. Like I said, I know my shit, but I have my good days and I have my bad days, right? And so if you want to be a performer at a bar like that, you gotta be on top level like all the time, you know. And especially if you're playing with musicians that you don't know, you want to have some experience playing with other people from before. And I have that experience, but I don't have enough experience, I think. So, but I just got to jump into it, and see. That's the only way I can learn from it. Take the opportunities that I get. Du-du-du. How about a video on Richie Edwards, if you feel like it? I'm not sure who that is, honestly. Sad to say so. I think you're talking about Ciencia de los Inútiles. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Going back to the Omar Rodriguez Lopez question. Yeah, for sure. HRS. That's that was exactly the one that I was talking about. Thank you so much for bringing that up again. Um, yeah, that's an amazing record. There's just so much. Um, I don't know what they're singing about, but it sounds like very emotionally driven music, and it's not rock music per se. It's more like folksy, and I think that is what I like about the record. It's kind of, Beck, uh, kind of the Sea Change, Morning Face. It has that kind of a nature to it. I think. How about taking out your acoustic guitar just for today? Well, I don't have an acoustic guitar, so I can't take it out. Ah. Bro, just a bit of reverb would make your tone really good. There actually is a bit of reverb on it. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can put on a little bit more. Like that, I actually like it when there's not too much reverb. I like it when it's like just enough. About the bad days and the good days, I think you're being too harsh on yourself, honestly. Like your bad is someone else's good who's performing somewhere else. Don't hesitate on such opportunities. No, I was not hesitating at all. Don't take me as a hesitator because that's not who I am. I'm definitely jumping on that opportunity. It's just I think it's about being realistic as well. You know, um, I'm gonna take any opportunity that I'm given, and even if I make like an asshole out of myself, I don't care about it. Um, but you know, there's always gonna be people that are better than you. There's always gonna be like a ceiling, and so what I was trying to say is not that I don't have any confidence in my playing and performing there right now. That's what I'm not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that I still gotta, even though I get those opportunities and that I'm lucky to get them, it doesn't mean that I'm kind of already successful in a way. I wanna keep on practicing hard despite me getting opportunities. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, you know? Uh, but anyways, thank you so much for the input. I really love that. I really appreciate that. What's your favorite era of music? 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s? Mr. Gilmore says or asks. I would have to say 70s, and perhaps 2000s. Yeah, I'm stuck in between those. Are you into Radiohead? Shira asks. Yeah, I am. I love OK Computer. I actually introduced a friend of mine to, or I didn't introduce him, but I suggested he would check out Kid A. Kid A is amazing. In Rainbows is fantastic. So yeah, many of their albums are really fucking good. OK Computer was the first one that I discovered by them back in 2012, and even my dad used to play a lot of these Radiohead records like immediately after they came out, you know. So I was always like, my dad is a huge Radiohead fan as well, so I kind of inherited uh, a bit of his music taste and my mom's. Um, if you had if you form a band, what genres would you like to play? Eugene asks. That's a good question. It would probably be either rock or metal, I think. Even though I think it would be cool to kind of create like a classic rock act as well, like blues, very blues oriented act as well. Um, I've also thought, you know, since I have like a microtonal guitar, the one that's in the corner here, it would be cool to kind of take genres and kind of blend them together. So let's say I'm using the microtonal guitar and I'm creating metal music with microtones. I think that would be cool. Like King Gizzard have already done that with some of their albums, but there's so much more potential for experimentation, and it's at those fringe points, you know, between blues and metal, and like hard rock and Eastern music and like rock and microtonal music. I love the places in between where those genres meet in a way. So that's what I dig. Anyways, again, I just want to share because I think it's so valuable and so important. If you are practicing the guitar just like me, and you don't have anyone to practice with, make sure you at least check out the 14-day guitar challenge. The next challenge starts on August 30th. It's basically a secret Discord group where we're posting proof of ourselves playing guitar every single day for 14 days. So if you've ever struggled with procrastination, then in terms of playing guitar, then this is the shit, all right? This is the thing that you need to be on. Plus, you get to turn your practice routine into, from something super boring, perhaps. I don't know how you're practicing the guitar, but if you feel like you're kind of stuck in a rut and you just have a boring time practicing, it really helps to have other people there with you. And so that's what this group is all about. This is the 14-day guitar challenge. I'm posting a link in the chat now if you want to join. Again, just a little reminder, because it's, yeah, I mean, we're building a fucking amazing community here, and yeah, so join. If you have the ability to do so, join. Your dad's cool. Thanks. I'm thanking on his behalf, I guess. Which King Gizzard album should I listen to first? I would say Microtonal Banana, because that's the one that got me into the band. Or Nonagon Infinity is also pretty good. Yeah, I would say either one of those. What did he grow up listening to except for Radiohead? Queens of the Stone Age was really huge for me. Foo Fighters, Deftones was amazing for me. David Bowie, I love. Basically, most of the bands that I've been talking about on my channel that I've been making videos about are stuff that I've been listening to. You know, prog bands like Yes, Pink Floyd, Tool. What more? Gentle Giant is a British rock band that I think is... No, they're not British. Sorry, I think maybe they are British. I'm not sure, but they're an amazing prog rock band, at least amongst Yes and Mastodon was huge for me. Primus is another great rock band. Red Hot Chili Peppers was huge. I wasn't... If there's one thing that I wasn't really a big fan of, Pixies. Pixies is another one that I really loved. What more? Muse was also huge in my mind. We had bands like Mew, which is a Danish rock band that I was kind of into for a period of time. The Mars Volta, obviously, At the Drive-In. Yeah, there's just a big list of bands that I've been a fan of for a very long time, and I keep discovering new bands and artists as well. You know, Kanye West, I would say, also, like, I listen to a lot of hip hop as well. Kanye West, MF Doom, Mad Villainy, Kendrick Lamar. What more? There's a guy called Milos. He's more like an underground rapper, still like modern rap. He's also pretty good. Sweet Valley, and which is an electronic group, and then I also like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna bore you. There's gonna be an endless list, but yeah, those are some of the ones. Waves is another one. Now you've got me started. Now you got me going. Now I can't stop mentioning bands. It's like, you gotta check out this and this and this and this. This is why I created the channel, you know, because I love sharing music, and that's what this is all about, right? Doesn't matter if it's a video essay or a mini documentary, or if it's a live stream or whatever. I'm always gonna be like, hey, check out this and this and this. If I try to make a song, I never have a genre in mind. I usually never use traditional chords. I just make random shapes and see what sounds good. I honestly think that's the beauty of guitar. Yeah, that's a great way of going about it. But trust me on this, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do once you learn guitar theory. There's so many more, like, guitar theory is very boring on the surface, but once you try to learn a few things here and there, you can really use those tools to create your own music in a much more fluent way, I think. And this comes from a person who, like, I'm still new to guitar theory, or like music theory, but I've just started, you know, scratching the surface, and I'm digging a little bit. And I recently learned about the circle of fifths. Like, a friend of mine who's way better than me when it comes to music theory taught me about the circle of fifths, which is great. Like, I'm able to do so much more now creatively with songs and with my practice routine by following some of the circle of fifths. It's a very complicated thing. There's a lot of rules involved with it, but once you know a few of the rules, you can actually transform the way that you're playing and looking at music theory. So yeah. Whoa, live stream at work. Yeah, there's a live stream here, Caden. What's up? Hope you're doing good. I love your profile picture. What is that? I thought it was an something from a Dillinger Escape Plan album, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, the avatar is like a tiny dot on my screen. So yeah, can you play Under the Bridge for us? No, that's a wrong one. No, I actually can't, Dimitri. No, Demony Clayton. That's your name. No, I can't play that. I want to play it at some point though. I knew how to play Snow. Yeah, that's one of the toughest songs ever of Red Hot Chili Peppers, honestly. So, maybe another time. Good to know. Thanks. That was really interesting and informative. Thank you. No worries, Shira. That's great. Again, like I said, if you this is why you should really join the 14-day guitar challenge, because in that challenge over on Patreon, it's all over on Patreon, and it's also connected to my Discord server. It's like a private Discord chat. Over in that chat, we have so many like-minded people like you, like me. And what's great about being in that group is that we can talk about music history, we can talk about what we're learning individually as guitarists. We learn about music theory. We talk a lot about, like, the last time me and a guy called Blair, his name is Blair, he's from the UK. We talked a lot about like Deftones, and we talked about new bands that we've been listening to, and we're kind of introducing each other to new things and what we've been practicing recently, and so it's a great hub for just, yeah, sharing new ideas and sharing what we've learned, and we can kind of learn even more by being in that community. So it's kind of a big motivation boost when it comes to yeah, just learning more and becoming a better guitarist and having more fun, honestly. So yeah, again, there's a link to it if you want to check it out. I'm not gonna talk about it forever because it can be a little bit boring, but it is like really important. It is a great community, and it's gonna grow and grow and grow. So yeah, it's basically a huge benefit of being a part of it in the beginning, because then you kind of can see that it's growing. So yeah. But anyways, I'm glad you appreciated my little lesson, Shira. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Please do Hotel California solo. I I don't know how to play that one, honestly. If you'd like to sacrifice your index, middle finger, or left hand. Do you like Floyd? Well, I made like 3-4 videos about Pink Floyd, so short answer, yes, I do. And I would love to I would love to learn more songs by Pink Floyd as well. I haven't learned a single song by Pink Floyd. I've been so focused on Jimi Hendrix during the past couple of weeks. And before that, I've just learned a whole bunch of different things, honestly. I'm gonna try to play it slowly. There's a different chord at the end of it, I think. First albums is a good start for Pink Floyd. Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth between fans when it comes to like there's this camp of like Piper at the Gates of Dawn and metal, and then there's people that kind of hate that and are like, well, you know, Animals is the best album, and Wish You Were Here, and well, let's see, The Wall, and the other one that's awesome. You know, there's these people, and then there's these people who are over here that really love the Piper and the experimental early stuff. I I'm a bit of a weirdo. I like both. I'm a little bit in both camps, I think. I haven't listened to Adam Heartmother though, which I know that a lot of people have been checking those albums out, or that one specifically. And metal, there's a lot more traffic around that album, it seems, now that Polyphonic made a video on it. Or he made a video on, what's the name of the song? There's this one song that he kind of quoted as the first masterpiece of Pink Floyd. Um, Jesus, I don't know why I keep forgetting the song. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off. But thank you so much for joining again. I'm gonna be back on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays doing these live streams where I'm just chilling, sitting, playing songs, giving some advice, doing some Q&As, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do every 6 p.m. CET time, Central European time, at Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I usually do these. So again, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you later. Cheers.